Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video. So, as we said yesterday, the target of our weekly plan has been hit, right at the significant support area, and market has formed some setup for retracement because it stands at the monthly pivot support 1, completion of the ABCD pattern, and right at the oversold situation. So market will feel hard to break this area right now, since there are different support factors are pressed on it at current moment, and it's very uncomfortable for market try to break this strong support area when it stands at oversold. It's very difficult. That's why market could show some retracement. This is some situation that is very typical for the Jordan stretch pattern, but the stretch pattern suggests existing of the fib support, while we here have just another kind of support, that is the pivot support area. Anyway, the idea is the same. Market will try to adjust the correct uncomfortable situation of the oversold before it will continue any move to the downside. But this is rather tricky setup because it has the counter trend nature. We could see the price is rather bearish on the daily time frame, as well as the price action and trend is bearish, and market suggests the situation, this setup suggests some move against the trend, this retracement, just to correct the uncomfortable oversold situation. And dealing with this pattern, with the stretch pattern, is rather tricky because it could give you a lot of surprises. It will be perfect if market will show the bounce of that kind, but it could show the bounce of that kind. So the target of the stretch pattern is the medium area between the bands of the oscillator predictor, and it stands right now somewhere around the monthly pivot point and the confluence resistance 133.70, 133.80 area. That it will be perfectly if market by this pattern will reach this area. But market could adjust the oversold situation in the move as we see here. It could be just the sideways action, while since the oversold and the overbought numbers are dynamic and depends on the volatility and the previous price level, it could adjust by itself. So you can see market stands flat, but since oversold and overbought lines move by themselves, market has hit the medium area, the equilibrium between overbought and oversold, just by the flat action. That also could happen here. That's why you never know when you try to take the stretch pattern, you never know what will happen and will you get the profit at all. So that's why when you try to trade the stretch patterns or a situation of that kind as we have here, it's better to get some pattern on your back on the lower time frames that allow you to enter in the long trade and will tell you where to place your stop. Here we have some advantage, particularly speaking the completion point of the ABCD pattern. That usually leads to the, at minimum, the shallow respect of this area with the 3-8 retracement. So I hope that we will get at minimum pullback to the 133. That will allow us to place the stop at the break even and probably try to catch the move right here if market will show the bounce of that sort to the upside. So the completion of the ABCD pattern is on our side. If we will get no patterns on the lower time frames, we also could stick with the trend and trade against these lows because market has achieved all targets that it should be in the short-term perspective. Now it stands at the completion point, so in fact it has no reasons to show some Russian rings or something of that because we have no targets right below this area. So it could retest these lows, but to exceed it to the downside significantly, it's not quite natural if market is ready to retracement. This could be if market just will creep with this oversold and continue move down. In this case, the setup of the stretch just will fail. But if market intends to show the retracement, it should not not quite natural to show any Russian reasons of this previous low. So another way how we deal with this action, if we will not get any patterns, is just to trade on the trend on the lower time frames against these lows. That is also possible. So I hope you understand why this situation is rather tricky, not simple to deal with, mostly because of the nature of this stretch pattern, because it's rather correctional rather than directional, if you could say, of that kind. Now let's shift to the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, we see that market has completed the targets on the 4-hour time as well that we have specified yesterday, and here we have thrust that is not bad, although we have the minimum required number of bars, just 8 bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars to the downside. That could be suitable for Jordan Napoli directional pattern that could trigger the upward retracement. I prefer to see some sort of the double repo pattern here. Maybe market will form the butterfly, I do not know. But as I said, I prefer to see the pattern on my back to deal with the stretch pattern. I don't like very much to trade based on directly on the trend when you deal with not very stable stretch pattern. Well, I do not see currently any other possibilities, so I do not see any head and shoulders. Maybe market will form some sort of the head and shoulders with that swing, so it will be left shoulder, head, retracement up, right shoulder. That also is possible, but currently we could speak only about current situation. On the hourly time frame, we see that market has formed some sort of the double repo buy. The one thing that is not very comfortable for me is that price action. The point is that in general, double repo pattern is the strong in-housing pattern of the market. It shows the capitulating of the bears. That's why the move after the completion of the double repo usually should be very fast. But here we do not see that. We see the theoretical completion. So nice thrust down, retracement up, close above the 3x3, close below, close above. So theoretically we have the completion double repo, but practically we see that this price action is rather gradual. It's too slow for the double repo. That's why I do not like it very much. So I have the suspicion that probably market could show another retest of this area or something of that sort. And I prefer to see the pattern mostly on the 4-hour time frame, because the hourly time frame is a bit too small for trading the stretch on the daily time frame. That's just my personal setup. Maybe you feel more comfortable on the hourly time frame. That's very personal issue. I just share with you my thoughts that I have currently on the current situation. So probably we could take the position, as I said, based on trend, because on the hourly time frame trend is bullish now. Maybe we could take this position against this low with the place stop somewhere 30-40 pips lower below this area. But I don't know. Currently I just not feel comfortable with entering right now, because we do not have any clear pattern. This double repo pattern is not very impressive, and probably I want to see some pattern still on the 4-hour time frame. If it will be the double repo here, that will be quite another story. So probably this will be just better setup, or something, this thrusting acceleration I prefer to see. So currently market even hasn't broken the low lows, lower highs tendency. So you can see the swings still stand gradual price action. Well, that's been said. In general, we have the setup for making the scalp buy trade, but we do not have yet the pattern that could let us to enter and join with this and trying to take the long position with this attempt to get the profit from the scalp trade. And I prefer to get some of these patterns on the 4-hour time frame rather than using this double repo buy. Or if I'll see some acceleration to the upside, some thrusting move, that will be quite another story. So probably in this case it makes sense to try to catch the retracement and join with this move to the upside. Maybe market will form on the 4-hour time frame the double repo or even head and shoulders pattern that allows us to join this potential move to the upside. Because target, as you can see, wait a minute, head and shoulders will not be acceptable for us since it stands right around the target of the stretch. So that means that we have only one possibility, is to get some pattern on the 4-hour time frame around this area. We'll see what it could be. Maybe this will be some sort of the 3 drive or some exhausting wedge pattern on the hourly time frame. We'll see. But my thought is better to wait either some acceleration to take the position on the potential retracement of that thrusting move it will appear, or to get some pattern still, because stretch pattern is rather tricky to deal with just by the gut feeling. So be careful, watch for some clear patterns that will let you to join with this move, and hope that we will get not the sideways action but some retracement to the upside.